YouTube, what is going on? As always, I'd like to just take a second to thank you for being here for the latest video. The support is and always will be humbly appreciated. And of course, that makes you guys a part of the best damn community here on YouTube, without a doubt. Anyway, today I'd like to go over the metals I'll be stacking for the rest of 2024. There's no real order to this list, and you can agree or disagree with it. It is what it is. But this is what I plan on buying regardless, unless a drastic change in spot price pops up. So again, this is just what I'm personally stacking. It's not a top 5 list, not a top 10, it's not any of that. That said, I'd love to see what you guys are stacking with these current prices. So make sure you list your preferred buys in the comments down below. Sound off and be heard. And also, if you like what you see here and you're not subscribed, how about helping me out and clicking that sub button? It really does help the channel grow. Alright, so let's start things off with 10-ounce silver bars. And if you guys know me, you know this is my sweet spot for silver right here. The positives for 10-ounce bars are the fact that you can buy these for lower premiums, and they're a great way to add weight to your stack on the cheap. However, the negative hit on these is that if you go to sell them too soon, you're going to get raked over the coals at a dealer, because he's likely going to offer you spot price only unless it's a collectible or vintage bar. Then you might get a little bit more. But if you absolutely have to liquidate too early, I'd recommend selling peer-to-peer so you can at least recover what you have into them. But these are definitely a buy now and long hold type of silver, no question. Next up, we've got Mercury, or Winged Liberty Head Dimes, which is actually the official name. I guess folks back in the day figured Liberty looked like the Roman god Mercury. And, you know, it would kind of make sense since Mercury is the god of financial gain and commerce, so it is what it is. Anyway, the positives of Merc Dimes. Well, I love the fractionality of these things. And you know when you look at them that they're no longer in circulation. Plus the Chinese aren't counterfeiting them. It'd be way too expensive and not worth it. There are some key date fakes out there, though. So if you're collecting these, you definitely need to keep yourself on the alert. And the negatives, well, unless you plan on saving these for a barter situation or the price of silver hopefully gets better down the road, you'd better hope silver price is up when you go to sell them, because dealers are paying, on average, less than melt price, or at least well below face value of what you paid. Just like 10-ounce bars, these are also a long hold, and you're better off selling them peer-to-peer if you absolutely have to. Moving on, I'm also stacking Morgan silver dollars, and the main reason is that I'm trying to fill an album. I've got a long way to go, and those 1892, 93, and 94s are going to kill the wallet, along with the Carson Cities. But anyway, these contain a little over 3/4 of an ounce of silver, and you can generally find them in decent shape for under 30 bucks, generally. Even the culls these days are selling for 25 and up. On average, you can expect to pay anywhere from $35 and up for Morgans in good condition, and much, much more for better condition or key dates. Now, the positives for Morgans, their numismatic value and collectability. They're a piece of U.S. history, and you go back, you can only imagine some of the key figures in our past who might have flipped these around or lost them in a poker game or something like that. But the negatives are their lack of stackability. Now, what you're paying for these doesn't generally compute in the return of what you're getting back in silver content. The Morgan really isn't a stacking silver coin unless your precious metal budget is a big one. You collect these, and that makes them a numismatic coin over everything else. Alright, we're up to generic 1-ounce bars and rounds. Now, these are your most basic silver weights, and you can find them in myriad different designs. The positives for these, they're a great way to stack silver on a budget due to they're generally lower prices. The negative, liquidity and increasing price. Dealers are definitely going to give you spot price on these if you sell them, so just like everything else with silver, you need to plan on a long hold and hope you can recover something on them at that point in time, depending on what your entry price was. Now, these used to be the best value in silver, but for some reason, at least in my area and definitely online, they've gone up in price. They're starting to match the lower tiered government backed stuff like, I don't know, Britannias, Krugs, Phils, Kangaroos, stuff like that. But from a dealer standpoint, even those are likely going to get $1 over spot if you end up selling them. So it's 50-50 on which ones you want to stack. Just look for the best value in the end. And the last type of silver I'll be stacking through the end of 2024 is the Canadian Silver Maple. Just an absolutely beautiful coin with some really nice security features. From the day I started stacking silver, this was my go-to. I did my research, and this is the one I chose. And I've amassed dozens of tubes of them. The positives from the maples are definitely the price for a government-backed coin with a denomination, and the sweet design and security features, at least on the reverse. We'll just completely bypass the obverse for today. You know why. Another positive is the Royal Canadian Mint's Mint Shield process, which prevents a majority, not every time, not 100%, but a majority of milk spotting on the maples. So if you're going to stack these, I'd recommend 2018 to present, since Mint Shield was implemented in, you guessed it, 2018. It really has made a difference. It's never going to be 100%. We know that. But at least Canada made the effort to keep their stuff pristine. Way to go, Canada. I see you. The negatives for the maple, well, far too many dealers are just going to offer you a buck or less over spot for them. And unless you got in on them at the right time, you could actually lose money or barely break even, for that matter. So keep that in mind when you're deciding on how much to spend on these. So that's all the silver I'm stacking. But what about gold? Well, I can tell you I'm definitely not touching gold eagles right now, or buffaloes, due to the price of gold and the premiums attached to them. If I did go with American, I would go with the buffalo, most likely. But I'm holding off right now. I'm also offered pre-33 gold. That's on hold due to the premiums. Instead, I'm starting to see some pretty good value on these British sovereigns, for example. These are great. I mean, the positives on them are they have lower premiums and the liquidity is pretty damn solid. You'll have no problem selling these if it comes down to it. Beautiful proof coin right here. And other foreign gold coins. They're also very easily picked up at a good cost. So you definitely don't want to discount these. They are beautiful. The negatives, I can't really think of any other than the fact that a lot of U.S. stackers put these coins down because they're foreign. Look, in the end, it's all about stacking gold at the best price, especially at the elevated price right now. Keep adding your ounces at the lowest possible cost. These fit the bill. They really do. All right, really quickly, all the stuff I just showed you it's common, right? We know all about it. We're all familiar with it. We stack it on the regular. We've seen video after video after video, the same old stuff. Why don't we do something a little bit different here for once? How about giving some love to some of the unloved silver out there? These are silver coins that you can stack on the cheap. First off, sterling silver. You got them all set up right in front of you here. Not only are they beautiful, they're absolutely beautiful. Most of them are limited, so they don't make a whole lot of them. You get 92.5% silver, as you know. And typically you can buy these from coin shows at melt. Never have I paid more than melt price since I've been buying these sterling silver coins. I love them. I absolutely love them. I think the designs are phenomenal. Next up, you've got Canadian 80% silver coins. You can get some really nice ones. Again, these are 80% silver. Sorry about the lighting. Really nice ones. They ran all throughout the years. They're not as much in demand due to their lower silver content. So 80%. That's about as low as I'll go as far as buying silver coins. 80% is my limit. And last, foreign silver coins. Now the problem with these, like this French one here, see if I can get it to focus. Beautiful coin. Hopefully I don't get zinged for the nudity here. But the problem with these is recognizability. Many aren't even going to know these are made of silver. I already showed you that one. Like the Cuauhtémoc here, Mexican coin. And just for good measure, a Balboa. This is a proof, by the way. Beautiful coin. But again, if people aren't familiar with them, they're not going to know that there's any silver in there, right? So there's some hidden value here if you have the patience. I'll always buy sterling at the coin shows because I love the designs. I've stacked quite a bit of foreign and sterling, and I think my last count was close to 100 ounces. So you know I've bought into this stuff. All right. There you have it, folks. Did anybody notice one obvious silver coin that was left out of this video? Anybody catch it? Yep. If you guess silver eagles, you guessed correctly. They're starting to creep back up in price again. And the U.S. Mint, on top of that, has just announced a price increase on them coming from the Mint, which will most definitely be passed on to us. So look for that in the near future, coming up very quickly. And the liquidity, while not questionable for eagles, is spotty. I literally just saw in a coin shop where a seller was offered $1 over spot for his Eagles. Yikes. Most popular coin in the world, but right now it's not getting a whole lot in store sales. So if you're going to sell your Eagles, go peer-to-peer like everything else. Some online stores are offering up to $2.50 over spot, but even that's a concern depending on what you have into them. So yeah, for now, Eagles are on hold for me. It was really nice buying them up when they were under $30, but that's pretty much a pipe dream now. Anyway, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. You guys know I love going through them, so make sure you sound off. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. If you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, what is it? You know what's up.
What do you want to do with your life?
I want to stack.
Damn right, it's Stack. Stay safe and be well, everyone. I am out of here. Peace, folks.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Oh, yes. And what was that beginning, middle, and end part again?